in and see what's going on with my peoples. I just got out of school. I had a speech today for speech class, and it was amazing. When I say I was so nervous, you can feel it in the air. But I'm happy that I did control it and it didn't come out and get in the way of the speech. So I'm so happy about that. But I'm mad because she also wanted a reflection paper from us, and I was irritated because she asked for it at the end of the speech, and I didn't have it. I'm like, what? She like, yeah. I told y'all to bring in a reflection paper, the speech, and the outline. I only did the outline in the speech. So I got to go to the library today. If I don't go to today, I'm at least take my time and write it out. So all I got to do is type it when I go to the library. I really want to do it today because it was due today. You know what I'm saying? She did say I can bring it in Monday, but it's just like I don't want points taken off. I really want every point I can get. You feel me? Because class, well, I'm sorry, the semester is over with December 12th. So you just want to do right so much good. You just want to do right so much at the end of the school year because, you want your grades to be decent. You want to do extra credit. You want to make up things, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't do. So it's just like, I just wish I was listening better in class. I was confused, but I thought I had it down pat. But I'm irritated. So I still got work to do. I really thought I was going to like relax for the holiday weekend, but no. So I'm going to work on that paper. I'm not going to lie. I am going to try my best to already like find a paper that's already done and just really like put it in my own words, take my time and put it in my own words and try to submit it to her today. But if I don't like it, then I'm going to just take my time and type it and then send it to her. If not today, then tomorrow to her email because I really don't want to wait until Monday. I really want to give it to her before. Something's telling me to give it to her before. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I also got another paper that I got to retype because I sent it to, she got like 3 emails, y'all. And I sent it to one of them, but the one that I sent it to, she basically saying she don't check that email. So, and then I never printed it, never saved it. So I don't have a copy of it. So, huh. But, yeah, so I got to type 2 papers, a reflection paper on a movie that we watched, and then I got to retype a paper that I already, typed up. Hi, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's going on? Hi. Um, so that's what I got to do for today. And then after I finish my paperwork, I'm trying to see what else I got to do. Like, that's important, like business wise. Let me see. I think that's really it. I'm trying my best to just like take my time. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best to like take my time and do things one at a time because I always try to do everything, at once. Um, and that's something that I'm gonna bring into my New Year revolution. Like just taking my time on doing everything. I do notice that I work better under pressure, but I hate that I wait all the way to the end to do everything because I know I work better under pressure. What are my beauty tips? You look good. Thank you. My beauty tips, as far as like my skin, or what you mean exactly? Um, for my skin, I have oily skin. So what I do, I try my best to keep it dry. I try to dry it out a lot. So I would do like a baking soda mask where I get a little bit of baking soda and add a little water, and you don't make it too thick or too watery, but you make a paste and you put it on your face and you let it dry and you rinse it off with cool water. That really helped my face. Far as like with blackheads, hyperpigmentation, drying out oily bumps, helping with the scars. So that helped me with my skin. And then also help with like wrinkles, things like that. So baking soda is a good thing. I also love witch hazel, so I put that on my face in the morning when I wake up, and then at night. But I only really do that when I notice my skin gets real oily if I didn't do the baking soda mask. And then I also like do like an egg mask where I basically just beat up the egg whites and I put that on my face and I wait till it get real tight and then I rinse that off. So you crack some eggs You only want the yolk, and you kind of beat it until like it get like a little, like a foam type look, and then you put it on your face. I really usually do it with like tissue, like a brush is really better for that. But I get paper towel, or I use my face rag or whatever is near me, at the moment while I'm doing it, and I put it on my face and I let that sit. Now that get real hard and shiny. Once you see that, then you rinse it off with cool water, and you will love your results. Now that right there keeps the pores like closed and small. So those are the three things that I really do when it comes to my skin. Other than that, I don't really try to do too much. And I do make sure like my blackheads is out of my face, because you don't want to keep your blackheads in your face because they end up going inside your face if you don't take them out fast enough. So those are my skin tips. Um, hey, how y'all doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. So, are y'all cooking for Thanksgiving? Are y'all celebrating? What do y'all do? Because I'm trying to figure out what is the plans, and that's another thing too. I'm trying to be like ahead of things instead of try to wait last minute for things. Um, but my family not cooking. My grandmother, I called her November 1st, and she told me no, she not cooking. But one thing about my grandma, she changed her mind a lot. So she'll say no, but Thanksgiving comes, she cook and be mad at you that you didn't show up. So I don't know about my grandma. She kind of like up in the air. And then, everything be closed. So it's not like you can go out to eat. So I think I might cook my own meal and just stay at home for Thanksgiving this year, because I'm just really not into people lying last minute plans and I'm rushing out. I just really want to relax. That's what I really want. I want to know what I'm doing throughout the day and relax. I don't have time for people to just call me and be like, "Hey, come here," or "I got to play," or why you didn't show up here. I just feel like if they're not telling me right now, today or tomorrow, what it is they need me to do, I'm gonna do my own thing. How many kids I got? I got one son. He is 6 years old. Um, I do want more kids because I'm a twin. I lost my twin brother the year 2021. So I never knew how it felt to be like, the only child. So I do want to have at least one more so he can have a sibling. You should get a white man in your life. A white man? I never dated outside of my race. Not saying that I wouldn't, but I never tried it. But yes, I want more kids. At least one more. I think I would be satisfied with that because he need a brother or a sister. I don't want him to be without a brother or sister. I just hate that I didn't start, like earlier when he was like 4 or 5 months, like back to back, so they can be at least close in age. But if I don't get another baby within this year or next 2 years, I think I'm gonna just wait it out until he get older, to where he can learn how to take care of a baby and babysit and then have another baby, because it's hard. It's really hard having as many children as much as you really want with people, because people never really want what you want. And you really don't know that until after the baby. But I am going to be going back live, y'all. I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all. It's just like, ever since I started school, when I say I had so many distractions, y'all, it was insane. But I had to get all the distractions out the way. So now I'm back focused and I'm back doing what I want to do, which is going live sometimes on YouTube. But I had a cousin of mine, she ended up getting put out of our grandmother's house, and she came to my house and she was living with me for like 3 months. But it was just hard staying with her. Like, we just never seen eye to eye with each other. She never really wanted to help out. So that kind of got in the way of a lot of things that I wanted to do, or that I was doing, because I had to pay attention to her while she was here. So her and another friend of mine was staying here. They both just got out of here not too long ago. So my house is free and clear. So I'm back focused. They say it's called Black Culture. You in EBT? What you mean? Am I in it? Do I have a food stamp card? Hmm. Trey, are you asking? Do I have a food stamp card? But I had a speech today in class, y'all. I was so nervous. I'm so happy it's over with. Y'all just don't understand. That was bothering me all week. No, I don't. No, I'm not qualified for it. They say I make too much money, but I don't think so. I've tried over and over again, but they just keep declining me. So unfortunately, I don't. I really do think that's a benefit. It's a real good benefit to have them, but unfortunately, that's not. It's not for me at the moment. You saying good for me? I guess so. How many kids do you have, Trey? Do you have children? Um, I don't know if I'm single at the moment. I have someone around that just, um, I don't know. I wouldn't say he won't leave me alone, but he's like consistent. I'm not for sure what's his intentions. I did ask, but I don't think he's for sure at the moment. But I have someone around me, I should say, but I'm still single. Sorry, y'all. I'm just taking off my clothes, getting comfortable. I'm about to go downstairs and wash some dishes and try to prepare dinner because my son's out of school about an hour and a half. So I want to have food ready for him when he get out because he seemed like he'd be extra hungry when he get out of school. And I understand. I get it. You working, your mind working. You also using your body. So you'll get treated by what you present. I know that's right. I'm thinking about cooking some cube steak, rice, some gravy, and some green beans. I think that sounds good. And I want to start cooking early too because I feel like I'll wait until he's hungry and then try to cook. And thought that would be better, thinking he would eat the food, but no. I think I'm just have it ready. So when he ready, he can just get it. He said, "You getting played? You getting played?" You said, "Do I get played, or am I getting played, or are you telling me that I'm getting played?" You say then leave and not even help out with the child. Real nasty, but oh, absolutely. But you have people who have a mask on, who pretends to be somebody they're not, and then when real things happen, they don't show up like the way they was presenting, to you. You know, everything be good until you have a baby with somebody, and then that will let you know if they are who they say they are. And 9 times out of 10, never be who they punk fake to be. It be the real them, and the real them isn't nobody. Some people don't want to take on the responsibility of a child, but they okay with making one, but they just don't want that part, which is weird. Because we all was a child once, once before. Someone had to take care of us, each and every last one of us. So I really just don't know about men and how they feel towards being a dad. It really goes on your childhood. It really goes on your childhood, how they were raised, their examples, their experiences, you know, things they've seen, they've been around, been through. I think that really makes you a good dad. You say, and then you leave and not even get help, right? Um, See, that goes both ways. Don't know how many women feel about being a mama because I sure know some unfit moms ain't been in their kids' life in over 17 years, just keeping it real. You're giving yourself excuses for getting busted in. You're giving yourself excuses for getting busted in. Um, Now, it is some unfit moms. That it most definitely goes both ways. Um, again, you just do not know what people is ready for until it's there. Um, I know a lot of females that's not willing to be a mom. I have some friends that been moms all their life, without even having children. So now that we older, some like, no, I'm okay with having children. But I think they would be the best parents. But um, I think it goes off a lot of things. It goes off financial stability. It goes off, you know, environments. It goes off housing. It goes off resources. It goes off, um, again, a person background in their childhood when it comes to parenting. We all think we got the answers, but you just really don't know until you in a position on what it really takes and what it is you got to do and sacrifice to have a child. And once you run into those things, some people get scared and they run away and leave it on the other person. You know. You say, and then say, yeah. Am I giving myself an excuse? Um, well, I had my child at 23. I'm 29 now. I was in love. I was in love with my child father. I had no children. I was 21 years old. Um, I had a job. I was working. Um, I never got pregnant before. So when me and him was together, I was excited. I was actually excited on having a baby, but he was a little bit older than me, so I would say like 4 years older than me at the time. So he was 27, and he just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be a dad, which confused me because we was together for like 3 years before I had a baby. Before I got pregnant. So that broke my heart, and he actually kept his word on that. I really thought maybe he was just saying that at the moment, but he really actually stood on that and actually haven't been around. Now, I did ask why. I did reach out and try to figure out why, but at this point in my life, I just don't care no more on why. I just focus on what I need to do as far as a mom, as far as being a mom, because it take a lot of energy and strength to figure out why the other partner don't want to, help you out on something y'all both created. But that would stress you out, and I don't want to be stressed. I was stressed for like the first year of my son being born because I just couldn't understand his actions and why he was moving the way he was moving. But I had to really release that because it was in a way of me being a mom. Um, but now, 6 years later, I have learned to, be on my own and be a single mom. It wasn't easy. It's still not easy, but I'm happy. It's worth it. My son make me happy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It says, so it's black culture, leave the baby mama and let the government raise the kids. I'm not for sure if it's a black thing. I really do think other races, do experience the same thing that we do as black people, but I think it's more common um, in our race to do those things. Um, it got so common to the point where it's kind of normal. Guys don't feel guilty no more. It's almost like they excited. They feel like they can do that and get away with it. They feel like, hey, I can have a few kids and walk away from them and see them from time to time. They'll be all right. They really don't have no consequences outside of child support to me. Um, for walking away. But I was never like a person that wanted children. I always wanted children until, I was like financially stable. I always wanted to make sure like my coin was together before I had a kid. It said they doing, don't they spread? Okay, Trey, you most definitely is being like very, very immature, and you being very, very um childish like when it comes to this motherfucking topic, because I'm pretty sure um when you are doing someone or you intimate with someone, the last thing you think of is a child, but it is a possibility that that woman can't get pregnant. And if she does, that's something you and her have to both face. Whether it's getting rid of it, whether it's keeping it. You know, having sex is to create life. It's not really to just have fun and play around like we do as human beings. So it really don't goes off you just, you know, being a slut and being nasty and just being freaky. The art of sex is to create life. That's how life get here, by having sex. Like you really pissing me off. You might be 6 years old or something. How you think you got here? That's what I'm saying. It be immature people like you that's okay with having sex with women. But when she tell you she's pregnant, or it's a possibility she got pregnant, now, you know, it's some bull crap. Like, yeah, he just pissed me off. This is why I don't go live sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. Mentally, it's a lot. It's a lot to like block people, ignore people, you know, not answer certain things, not give certain things attention. But sometimes you just have to because, woo.